Square Enix just put two of the most important JRPGs ever made back in the shop, buffed the paint to a gloss, and asked a loaded question. Can 40-year-old design feel modern without losing its soul? Dragon Quest Iron 2 HD-2D doesn't hide what it is. These are straightforward adventures dressed in lavish HD-2D, bristling with quality of life, and stitched tighter into the Erdrick timeline. The split isn't whether they're good, they are. It's where you land on the spectrum between faithful and fussy. First, a look. If you've played Dragon Quest III's remake, you know the vibe, expressive 2D sprites strolling through richly lit 3D dioramas. Castles gleam, caves breathe, and the battle VFX finally pop. Icy shards explode with crystalline clarity. A dragon-cleaving slash leaves a red afterimage that actually feels mean. It's all nostalgia without the fuzz, and it never tips into plasticky diorama. Add orchestral arrangements and a UI that feels made for 2025, and just walking around Alifgard is a flex. Let's pull the games apart, because they play very differently. Dragon Quest I is the purist's gauntlet. A lone hero versus a world that doesn't care. Turn-based combat is as bare as it gets. No one more chains, no real-time parries. So your toolkit matters. Non-damage skills like evasion bumps or a temporary double move suddenly become clutch. New sigils add passive twists that can tilt a fight, and the remake sprinkles in extra content to broaden the world and quietly set up threads DQII will tug later. Quick spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Expect the creator goddess to get more screen time and the Fae to become archivists of what you're doing, seeding the sequel's perspective. End spoiler. The modern trimmings help a ton. Autosave fires after every battle, you can speed up animation. And the Draky quest. Accessibility mode now lets you toggle invincibility on and off instead of committing to a victory lap. But here's the rub, DQ1 still spikes. Random encounters can roll double-acting dragons that delete you before you blink, and some of the new narrative beats will read as padding if you weren't craving extra errands. The flip side, because it's just you, every decision feels surgical. Do you press for lethal or heal and pray? When you win, it's because you thought, not because the healer bailed you out. Dragon Quest II is the crowd pleaser. You graduate to a party, personalities arrive with actual banter, and the adventure sprawls. It revisits the same world map in a different rhythm so it doesn't feel like déjà vu, then hands you a ship that also dives. Underwater zones open new dungeons, post-game routes, and a reason to comb the seas beyond look, a chest. Sigils return as full party passives. Maybe your spells punch harder or heal for more. Maybe certain attacks power up when you're under half HP, turning risk management into a real choice. A new party member rounds out the team with a rogue mage flavor that doubles as a treasure sniffer, tightening the loop between overworld poking and battle payoff. Scrolls that teach one-time skills become little gambles. Who gets this tool knowing it disappears after use? And the best QL tweaks from DQ3 carry over. Battle speed up turns trash fights into quick taps. Fast travel is less fussy, and objective markers are a toggle, not a leash. Flip them on if you hate wandering. Turn them off if you want that 80s ask the barkeep again energy. Oh, and mini medals finally make exploration pay with serious gear. Grabbing a late-game weapon for metal slime hunting feels like cheating in a good way. Critics split for understandable reasons. On the high end, folks are calling this a beautiful capstone for the trilogy. Cohesive lore work, beefy additions to 2, and the right kind of modern comfort that respects the old bones. On the cautious side, some bounce off DQ1's extra stops, feeling like the expansion dilutes the tight, singular march to the Dragon Lord. There's also a localization quirk you'll notice. Certain scenes lean hard into mock medieval English. Lots of these and thous. If you love Dragon Quest's modern, pun-happy voice, that archaic tilt can grate. Counterpoint. The full voice cast sells a lot, with a distinctly British flavor that fits the candlelight and stone halls. Net-net, it's presentation with personality. You'll know if it's your flavor within an hour. A couple of design calls are worth flagging because they change how you play. Autosave after every fight is a lifesaver in DQ1 solo runs, keeping punishment sharp but not sadistic. Objective markers, 2 toggles, one for main goals and one for secret nukes, let you script your own friction. Tuning tip from veteran game. For DQ1, keep main markers on but secrets off so finding treasure still feels earned. For DQ2, turn both on for your first voyage, those seas hide a lot, and then wean yourself off as you learn the routes. Battle speed at 2x is the default you didn't know you needed. Draky Mode. Great accessibility tool, best used like a spot heal for a bad spike rather than flipping it on forever. And yes, you can absolutely map the experience to exactly how nostalgic or modern you want it to feel. That's the point. How do they stack as a package? DQ1 is a lean, sometimes mean rite of passage that benefits from the new systems but still demands patience. You'll curse a crit, reload, and still want to push because that one more turn might stick. DQ2 is the recommendation engine pick. Bigger story, more character, better pacing, with additions that feel additive rather than obligatory. Together at $60 across Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC, it's a strong value, doubly. So if you played DQ3 HD-2D last year and want the full arc, if you're entirely new to classic JRPGs, start with 2. If you live for pure design, one sword and no safety net, take Eye for a solo tour and enjoy the sweat. Veteran Games' verdict lands here. These remakes get the big things right. The HD-2D treatment is gorgeous without drowning the past, the combat tweaks, add texture instead of gimmicks, and the trilogy finally clicks into a single spine instead of 3 distant legends. The caveats are honest ones. DQ1 can feel padded and prickly. The faux old English won't charm everyone, but they don't outweigh what this project nails. History, honored and enjoyable. If this kind of no BS deep dive is your thing, hitch a ride with Veteran Game and hit subscribe. If you're nodding or fuming, toss a like, so this take survives the algorithm and we keep covering remakes that actually think. I'll throw it to you. Should future HD-2D remakes keep adding systems and story beats to complete the classics, or lock into strict preservation and let the old edges cut where they may?